Hey everybody, it's Tony and Corey, and it's just before our walk here in Santa Maria, so we thought we'd take a little time, since we're going to see a lot of you at the walk, we thought we'd take a little time and update you as to what's going on with me, and then we'll also give you some information at the end of this about our upcoming walk, so if you want to go, get ready, because we're going to get information on that. First of all, we'll talk a little bit about my DAT scan. I'll talk a little bit about what happened, and Corey can share her experience too. The DAT scan showed us that I have a slow uptake of dopamine on the right side of my pentamen. That sounds real medical and crazy. What it means is we actually see proof of something not happening in my brain. That dopamine that's not going into that side of the brain is what is causing that that side of the brain to malfunction. If you look at the brain in general, it's interesting because that's the part that I've lost, the part of reasoning, making decisions, also emotions and math skills. On the other side was the art and all that other fun emotional stuff. So for us, it's a place of peace for me that I can now look for where we're going to go with this. What kind of clinical trials there are. For my family, it gives us a chance to plan out what my years are going to look like and how we're going to live together. What about for you?
I think the important thing to know is that the DAT scan is usually used to determine Parkinson's, and that's what's important to the neurologist is what symptoms came up first, and that's how they determine. And it's only been in recent years that they've been able to use the DAT scan as a test for Lewy body. If you're unfamiliar with Lewy body dementia, Robin Williams had it. He did not know that he had it, and it was only upon his autopsy that they found out. So that's something to know.
That's very interesting too, because my symptoms started with memory as opposed to what now I'm a new symptom that I'm having, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. The new symptoms that I have, the shaking, it's kind of Parkinsonian. Is that what you call Parkinsonian shaking? Because that came later, about a year and a half later. That's what leads them to believe that it is Lewy bodies.
Yeah. Some of the symptoms connected with Lewy body dementia is cognitive fluctuation. So Tony will have a good day, and then the next day he has a bad day. Hallucinations, movement disorder. So Tony shakes a lot, especially when he's heightened.
Hallucinations for me too are audio hallucinations, auditory hallucinations. Nobody's talking to me per se. I'm just hearing what are shadows. So if you're hearing chatter in the back room, that's kind of what I hear sometimes. Scary at first, but when you understand what's happening, and you have somebody around you that can support you, then it's not as scary.
Then he also is having movement issues, and those have increased recently. He also has a sleep variation. He has a hard time sleeping. He also has sleepiness during the day.
And because of the shakiness and the things that happen at night, I had an incident where I was with my friends and completely safe, and I fell out of a chair. That was a new one, not expecting that one. So as a precaution, when I go to places where I'm a little more heightened and I have more people around us, we want to continue to do that. We want to be a part of this community and other communities. So I'll use a cane. Everybody knows about Rafiki. I've got my stick that I use to go walking in the wilderness with, and other beaches and stuff. We're going to use a cane for that. And right now, it's just what's easy for us, and may become more often. We don't know yet. I'm still going to therapy once a week as well, physical therapy.
I think that the most important thing to me is that we have allowed our family time to absorb this information. Having answers is very helpful to know kind of next steps, and I think that our family needed some time to digest the information. It's not easy. But we are doing our very best to educate ourselves and the people around us.
I am very blessed to have all of you that are supporting us and that are reaching out and that are taking the chance to learn more about Lewy bodies. I'm going to continue to share my story. This is what we do. It's healing. It's supportive, and it helps other people as well. I'm lucky enough that my wife decides to do it with me, so we're on the board here locally. We're still going to help nationally and do the best we can. There's a lot of things, people we've met that we'll never have a chance to meet in person, but somehow it's built a community for us. So I will continue to share my story, and I appreciate you all sticking through it and listening to it and coming maybe to our walk this weekend, right?
Yes. So our walk is October 11th here in Santa Maria at Waller Park. Registration begins at 8:30, but you can always pre-register, and we highly recommend that you do. The ceremony starts at 9:30, and the walk itself 9:45. It is not a long walk. You can there's different levels. Some people don't want to walk, and they want to be there to cheer on those that do walk, and that we welcome that as well. And there's lots of informational booths to learn more about all the different dementias and services available to different aspects of the health community.
We're very appreciative for all of our sponsors, people like Edward Jones, people like, there's just so many of them too here in town that help out. If you're one of them, we thank you so much. It means so much. And if you just want to see what it's like, come on out and see it. Don't worry about raising funds. Just come out and be a part of it. It will be something to enjoy. It's not all day. We just do it in the morning. And some people just come for the burritos, I heard. Right? That's what I heard.
Yeah.
So we hope to see you guys there at our walk. Our team is Don't Forget About Me. We appreciate you following along. And this journey, what we do know is we take it every day. We take it with stride, but we live for each day. And even though life changes and throws life changes at us, it's just like everybody else that has diseases. We're doing our best to have a good life and live in a community and give back. And we are so happy you're a part of it. Have yourself a great day. We wish you good brain health.